All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Ilan Sobel, the CEO of BioHarvest Sciences. And Ilan, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Steve, darling, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm doing great.
Good stuff. Well, you've put out your performance numbers for Q2, and again, seeing very strong numbers for Vinia. In fact, I think you've reached some record highs as well.
Yeah, it's been really a fantastic quarter for the business. I'm super proud of what the team's achieved. We delivered for the quarter a record high of nearly $1 million of our Vinia product, ending up with $947,000 in sales orders. This was a 99% growth compared to the second quarter of last year, and a 24% growth compared to the first quarter of this year. And what this means, Steve, is just continuous double-digit quarter-on-quarter growth for the business, really for the last 7 quarters since we've started to launch Vinia in the marketplace in the fourth quarter of 2020. And that's just a really strong demonstration of the organization's ability to operationalize strategy and to execute on our commitments to our shareholder partners out there.
So, Ilan, you're obviously seeing some more growth in the United States, but also a tremendous amount of growth in Israel, which has been a very good market for your company.
So actually, from a US perspective, Steve, we've just started. As everybody's well aware, we're now bringing online our new 20-ton facility, which is going to allow us really to scale massively in the second half of 2022. So the second quarter for us in the US was just testing and validating new approaches to our e-commerce strategy. And we saw some great success driving really important efficiencies as far as our cost of acquisition of consumers is concerned. From an Israel perspective, we continue just to hit the ball out of the park. Little Israel, we're targeting 8 million people. And remember, we're right now, Vinia is only available direct to the consumer via e-commerce. And in Little Israel, 8 million people, we delivered $571,000 in sales orders. And this is a 39% growth over previous year and a 26% growth over the first quarter. And there's more to come. There's lots more opportunity in this market as we continue to go after specific segments in the population that currently we're not targeting.
Ilan, can you also talk about, you've restated your guidance as well. You look for a sales order growth of about 2.5 to 3.5 times. Is that still accurate of what you're looking at?
Yeah, Steve, the leadership team and myself feel really good about delivering our guidance that we gave our shareholder partners in the market early this year, which was $5 to $7 million in overall revenue. That's a 2.5 to 3.5 times what we did in 2021. And I think, that's really strong guidance given the challenges we're dealing with from a global economy perspective. And when we look at the momentum that we have in the business, plus obviously the new supply chain capacity that's coming on stream, allowing us to scale in the US in the second half, plus the B2B pipeline that we have and that we're building up, we feel really good about delivering on that guidance. And then once again, demonstrating our ability to consistently operationalize strategy and deliver on our commitments to our shareholder partners.
And Ilan, last question, and that is, you and I have talked about what's going on as far as the cannabis part of the company. I'm just looking at heading into the rest of this year. Are you looking for sort of a similar type growth trajectory, I guess you could say, for what you've seen with Vinia in the other part of the company as well?
I think for us, cannabis is an order of magnitude above what we're going to be seeing for Vinia, just given the unique differentiation and the disruption that we're bringing to the cannabis market as it relates to the consistency of our product, as it relates to the cleanliness of our product, and importantly, as we unveiled recently to shareholders at a high level, the unique composition that BioHarvest trichomes has as it relates to the different full spectrum cannabinoid profile, major cannabinoids, plus significant amounts of minor cannabinoids and really giving you a full spectrum blend that frankly one cannot get from the plant itself. And here we are bringing such unique compositions to the marketplace in order to go after specific medical indications, plus frankly at a cost advantage that the multi-state operators, in a time that they're really struggling with serious cost challenges, with the energy price increases, with labor price increases, we come into the market and we will provide future partners of ourselves in the US market and Canadian market with a cost advantage which would be 60 to 70% lower than what they are currently, what is currently costing them to produce from a cannabis perspective. So we're now in the marketplace actively having dialogues with key players that we feel from an overall vision perspective, from an overall values perspective, culture perspective, and capability perspective are the right match for BioHarvest to enter into the North American marketplace. It's super interesting. We're walking very cautiously and carefully to find the key anchor partners that we will enter into the US and broader North American marketplace with. And I believe that, as we walk down the second half of this year, we will be able to unveil a lot more specificity as it relates to what that market entry strategy will look like, as it relates to the geographical regions, and as it relates to specifically those anchor partners that we will be partnering with to really come in and disrupt these local marketplaces by bringing a grade of cannabis that the US or Canadian consumer has not seen before. Super exciting.
Okay, Ilan, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for the update. I appreciate the numbers, and we look forward to talking again soon.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Always a pleasure.
All right, there's Ilan Sobel, the CEO of BioHarvest Sciences.